America is not a racist country.
Tanisha and Paul Austin bought their home in the Marin City area of Northern California in 2016. It came with a coveted view of the bay, but a long to-do list.
It just needed a lot of work, but we was up to the task.
And their work paid off, or so they thought. According to court documents, the Austins added a deck, a gas fireplace, and additional living space. In January of 2020, with the build-out almost finished, they decided to refinance and take some cash out of the property. They got an appraisal.
It was right before COVID hit, so the rates were extremely low. So we were trying to refinance to take advantage of the low rates.
And to their surprise, the appraiser wrote in her report that the house was only worth $995,000.
We was sick to our stomach. We was upset. We was angered.
I was disappointed because, one, I knew that the house was worth more than that. And secondly, because we needed the house to appraise for a certain amount in order for us to be able to pull out the capital in it. And when it didn't come in at that, it was devastating.
They suspected that the seeming lowball valuation from an appraiser who happened to be a white woman may have had something to do with their race or their location or both. Marin City has a sizable African-American population, unlike Marin County, which is mostly white.
She considered us living in Marin City and devalued our home based off of that.
Yeah, and it's all blackface.
So they decided to put their suspicions to a test. They requested yet another appraisal and got a female friend who was white to come to the house to meet the appraiser to make it look like this was her house.
I contacted her and I said, we have another, our appraisal came in low. We have another appraiser coming. Can you come and be me?
But that's not all they did. They also removed any evidence that black people even lived there, a process that's been called whitewashing.
Took down everything that resembled that this home belonged to us.
Yeah, or to an African-American family.
Our pictures.
Even, I would say, even my hair products, I put them away so that someone would be tipped off by them.
A different appraiser, also a white woman, according to the Austins, who visited the house in February of 2020, came back with a valuation of more than $1,482,500, an appraisal 49% higher than the previous one. In dollars, that's a $487,500 difference between two appraisals that came about 3 weeks apart. In federal court, the Austins have sued the appraiser, Jeanette Miller, who gave them the lower estimate, alleging housing discrimination. Miller did not respond to several requests to either make a statement, grant an interview, or put us in contact with her lawyer. Devaluation of the property values and rights of African Americans and Hispanics is a deeply rooted American tradition that's starting to attract more attention in Washington. And it's not always about million-dollar homes. Andre Perry, senior fellow at the Brookings Institution, writes about it.
We found that homes in black neighborhoods are underpriced by 23%, about $48,000 cumulatively. There's about $156 billion in lost equity in black neighborhoods. $156 billion.
Ladies and gentlemen, so this is back to home appraisals again. But see, I got mad respect for this black couple. They are not just sitting and taking it. They are suing the first woman that devalued their home. And see, this is how you break the cycle. You know, just like policing, when it comes down to home appraisal, is predominantly white. And their goal is to make sure you get absolutely nothing out of your home. Nothing. They don't want you to get any equity. They don't want you to get any cash that you can get out of your home. That is their goal when it comes down to us. And they know this has been an ongoing problem in the U.S., right along with redlining. See, these folks never stop doing stuff. They just find another way to do it. So, you know, see, this is why We don't want y'all coming up around us talking about we're all equal, we're all treated the same, we all got the same opportunity, and you know damn well you're lying. Ain't nobody trying to hear that crap. So this black couple has taken out a lawsuit against the home appraiser that came out there and devalued their home. So the DOJ filed a statement of interest in the couple's claim that the first appraiser of their Marin County home violated the Fair Housing Act. Tanisha Tate Austin and her husband, Paul Austin, say they were victims of appraisal bias. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. You saw the amount of that first appraisal. They desperately don't want you to have anything out of your home. These folks don't want us to literally have a thing. If they could make us all destitute overnight, they would. After spending months on renovation, a white appraiser, and remember they said it was a white woman, valued their home much lower than they anticipated. The couple told CNN in December that a white friend showed the couple's home as her own, and the appraiser, after the appraisal was done that second time, it rose by $500,000 from the original one they got. So it valued at $1.4 million. That's according to the couple. So they filed a lawsuit in December, and it underscored decades long discussions about housing discrimination, Black home ownership, and racial bias. A statement on Monday saying combating housing discrimination, including bias in appraisals, is high priority across the federal government. So now that they filed this, the DOJ is interested in this case. The Tate Austins were one of a few cases in which a lawsuit was filed under the FHA violation, which drew attention of the federal government. Okay, so Ayel Bradford, a DOJ spokeswoman, told CNN Friday. Although a number of similar situations have been reported by the media, there are few that filed cases that include these types of claims under the FHA. Yeah, and I think that's where many Black homeowners have gone wrong. You knew there was disparities in the way they did appraisals, but once you got the appraisal you want by having a white friend at your house, you didn't pursue it after that. And people really should have pursued it. At least this couple is. Okay. In the DOJ statement, of interest, they said Civil Rights Division aimed to provide an overview of the FHA to address the two issues in the couple's lawsuit. These issues came directly from the defendant. The first appraiser for Tate Austin's home, the statement of interest outlines the white appraiser claimed the FHA does not apply to residential appraisers, and the couple failed to prove sufficient evidence of racial discrimination in the appraisal. The difference in Black home ownership and white home ownership is measured in thousands of dollars, according to Redfin analysis last year. Homes in Black neighborhoods are undervalued by $46,000 per home. Devaluation, the percentage discount value between homes in neighborhoods with a 50% Black population and those with no Black residents, is detrimental over time. The more devaluations allowed for more segregation, and less opportunity for upward mobility, the analysis found. So the California couple's lawsuit doesn't surprise researchers like Carolina Reed, a facility research advisor. So the researcher have consistently shown ways in which Black and other owners of color, they have to always put that in there, experience bias and discrimination in housing and credit markets, Reed told CNN. Discrimination in the housing market dates to the Great Depression following the Federal Housing Administration redlining of several areas across the US. Neighborhoods were considered hazardous if its residents were, of certain racial groups. So, yeah, so we know we lived through redlining and, the devaluing your home by white appraisers is the new redlining. Okay, it's the new redlining that is heavily practiced. And it's about time something like this make it into federal court. It's long overdue. This has been going on forever now in this country. And if you don't put your foot down like these couples are, apparently there's more than one couple. If you don't put your foot down, they'll never end this stuff. But we know even after a victory is won, they'll find another way. They'll be looking for another loophole where they can discriminate and get away with it. So, as far as we're all the same, we're all equal, you need to apply yourself, you can miss us with all of it. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.